and we're only streaming till 11. How's that going on right now?
Huh?
How's that going on right now?
Alright.
Yellow, like, they killed him off way too early.
Yeah. He says like one cringe thing and then they murder him.
See, I was like, that's why I was like, oh, the game's almost done. Like, they killed off a main character.
And then it was just, oh, levels!
I call that a length spike when you consider the plot.
Like, length spike.
Yeah, remember games, like,
said
game mechanics that drove us, like, we don't like, and I was like, length spikes. But, like, this game was a plot-wise length spike. Like, they killed off Yellow too early, so I thought that the game was almost done.
Doesn't the opening kind of look a little Newgroundsy?
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a little, like, they're trying to overcompensate frames.
Yeah.
I think that's just to do this being the Switch port.
Let's go! Let's go! Play the damn game!
I'm gonna pack this up.
So, where we headed?
Looks like the page glows brightest when I point it north.
Alright, come on out, Violet.
Alright, all left.
Alright, Violet, take off the panties. We know where this is going. What the fuck? What?
Actually, you eat the potato salad off your plate, because, like, I'm not gonna mix that with everything and then microwave it.
You're not fooling anyone, Violet.
Fine, you caught me. But that's okay, because now I know all about your little rebellion against the believers. Naughty, naughty, you two.
So what? You planning on reporting this?
I was considering it, but I think it'd be much more fun to watch you go beat it out here.
The world ends with you if it was annoying. And even then, that's just the third week.
What?
Yeah, Violet.
So Yellow really got rhymed, but, like, rhyme was handled fine.
Ryan was handled a lot better because it was a plot point that she's gone and that she still needs to be maintained.
Mm-hmm.
And it had, like, emotional stakes instead of everyone being like, yeah, it's fucking Yellow.
Chew.
What?
I said a chew.
You did not say so that sounded really fucking weird.
I said a chew.
I know how to eat my food. You don't have to guide me through it.
These white artifacts.
Hey,
Well, if you really want me around so badly, yes, just don't expect me to do any heavy lifting.
I was really expecting, like, both of them to be running through this level, and I don't see either of them.
Doesn't that make you happier, just as a person?
Makes me feel empty. Yet I'm so full and I'm still eating.
Well, let me just...
Even though we're writing these down now, are you still, like, in, like, each stream, like, for a while, like, still check it again to make sure it stays that way?
The difference will be it's a little tweak instead of major tweaks. Essentially, it's going to be like, if it's going to be off, it's going to be off by like 0.10 instead of like 50, 80.
Wait, why is that only one? I had 2 pistols.
That I would stream Moon, probably with you and Connor, and, like, maybe let Connor play the whole time.
Huh?
Like, I would stream Moon with you guys, but, like, probably let Connor play the whole time.
Damn, Chris just does not want me touching that controller.
Games we want Tristan to play, just not on the... Or games we won't let Tristan touch. But, like, I would guide you guys through it, like, in terms of problem... Like, most of the game is problem solving, like, trying to figure things out. So, like, in the end, I was looking everything up because I want to 100% it.
There's a few games where it's like, yeah, I want someone else to be with me here to hold and read a guide for when I get fed up.
I kind of agree with people though. where if you're just playing a game to read the guide, you might as well watch a fucking video.
Yeah. But I got
for the
through-
most part, that's true for me too. But I don't want to be stuck and then accidentally spoil myself on dumb shit.
Yeah. I
Sure.
use the
Well,
Steam
getting
guide.
past
I use
one
the
part is different than just sitting up with the whole game and watching a walkthrough.
I
Like,
use the
for
Steam
the
guide though, and they
most-
hide spoilers until you hover over them.
Yeah, which is really nice, and they're usually like done really well.
Yeah. It's like well organized. There's like a tab on the side to go to different areas. But I got through as much as I could on my own. And like if I got completely stumped, like overnight I'd look up like what to do next, and then from what I could remember, just from what I looked up, then like get out of that rut and then continue the game. But like by the end, I'm like, all right, I've been everywhere in the game.
But like sometimes it's just bad where it's like, all right, now go back and do that thing you just did again, start
Yeah.
to finish. And it's just
Yeah.
like, why do I have to do this twice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really like I used the guide for cleanup. Just like I've done everything that I think I can. Because like with time-based games, like how do you know if you've missed something or not? The game expects you to
Xenoblade is the
follow
worst
every.
with it.
The game expects you to follow each character around for a week because they all have different schedules and they might do certain things on one night of one day. So instead of guessing that, well, actually, the best thing to do is write things down. It's a game where you should, and if we stream it, I will get the pen and paper out and have you guys take notes, because then I feel like we'd have a lot more fun with it. But like I was at work, it's like I'm not gonna have a pen and paper out. Everything's so digital there, like we don't even have paper.
I mean, for the most part, there's a bunch of shit where it's like, I'm not going to learn this and you can't make me. Like, I'm not gonna fucking figure out what everyone's daily schedule is in Stardew.
Yeah.
It's almost like my dad came in the door down there a second ago.
What?
Did you see that poppin'?
Tristan?
One of the stupidest things.
This is
though,
why you don't have
Oh wow,
apps.
he hears my button and goes, "What is the stupidest thing?"
One of the dumbest things in Moon though is they make you decrypt a foreign language. I didn't bother. I just used a guide. Like
Yeah, for a few stuff like that, it's like, I memorize how to get the Reggies. I'm not fucking reading and learning Braille.
and it's not only getting one like thing to decrypt it, it's like getting multiple. You get these ROMs, like they're just like data chips. You have to bring them to a specific place in the game to decrypt them. And it's not like you get to view them any point after. You have to bring them back there every time to just look at them. So that's like something like you decrypt it and you write it down on paper. And yeah, you have to get like I think at least 2 of them to decrypt everything.
By the way, that Larry the Cucumber thing that Connor keeps singing, speaking of language, it's Argentinian. I did not know Argentina spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that means it's in South America.
Did you not look at where Argentina is
No.
for this bit?
No. Well, no. I learned about it today because the song came on in my shuffle, and one of the kids says it's like it calls it an authentic Argentinian ballad or something like that. And I was like, Argentinian. Authentic Argentinian ballad.
Yeah, Tristan, I thought you loved it in Argentina.
We use so little of the barbecue sauce. It's just like as soon as I did Connor's whatever. There's a
Dude,
French
you're
term.
supposed to use the
he-
whole fucking bottle.
Please, it's sous vide.
Well, Connor it's what I already do, but he's like, oh, there's this like technique to cooking, and it's some French term where you get everything out like before you even start anything. Like you measure everything and you set it out on the table like they do on all the cooking shows. But I always do that, and so I did that. It's like 1 cup of barbecue sauce, and then I found out. And then I found out, oh, you don't put it on until the end, so I just threw this in the fridge. And we only used, like, the tip of it.
I would have done a
process.
lot more than 1 fucking cup.
I don't know, though, because, like, Tristan, you didn't put any on, right? Or did you put very
No, I
little?
did. I put a little bit on.
Yeah, but, like, only a little bit, and it was fine.
No, I don't like.
A cup would have been, like, completely, like, just dripping with barbecue sauce.
I don't like using I don't like drenching things in sauce unless it's the chocolate sauce.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of sauce.
Or if it's like Indian food, like the peanut sauce.
Yeah.
Peanut sauce is good. But you're supposed to really cook with it more than.
Yeah,
Drench
it's
something in
your oil, right?
It can be. It can also be soft. Have you ever had Well, this it's not Indian, but have you ever had Taiwanese? Is it Vietnamese rolls?
No.
They serve them with a dipping sauce. That it's like a peanut-based dipping sauce.
Yeah. Speaking of Vietnamese,
It's good, but
speaking of Vietnamese, I texted Twan about going to visit him at the end of the year, and he said it's not going to be this year. It will be like sometime next year.
oh, maybe
Which
I'll
mean-
actually have time.
Yeah, which means your PTO like restocks in January, right?
Yeah.
Why is this being 2 now and not 1?
I really should go visit him because
It's been a while.
that, and I have so much PTO like that I need.
Oh
to
yeah,
use
if
it.
you don't spend it, you lose it most of the time.
Well, it rolls over at my job, but it caps when it reaches a certain amount, depending on how long you've been there. And
Fun.
And yeah, if I don't, you got my text about vacation, right?
Huh?
You got my text about vacation.
Yes.
If I don't take that vacation, my hours will cap. So, literally in March, that's like the main reason I took that week off is to avoid my hours from capping. It's a weird system. People think it's illegal that sick time and vacation time are rolled into one bank, but
You get a
don't
lot of it.
abuse-
Who cares?
Just don't abuse your time off. Yeah.
I have no time left, but that's because we're being forced to take unpaid days at the end of the year at my job.
It's dumb.
No comment.
Is it because like it was always dead at the end of the year, like there's nothing to do, so they're like we're just shutting the business down for a while?
Yeah.
That's their fault.
But so I had to take like we're shut down for 2 weeks. I had to take time for those 2 weeks, which is like.
See, when I started there, I mean we were still like in COVID, and you were like directly in it when you started. Like, you assumed it was a 24-hour business. Like, there's no time off. Like we're essential, and we gotta like. And then yeah, that COVID.
I never
came and went.
assumed that for a fucking second.
Well, like, machines are running 24 hours a day, so I figured, like, there's never no work to do. And then now that COVID's, like, pretty much cleared up, it's like, oh, yeah, there's no work to do. It's different, like, with my job. Like, we were always on the, like, there's no excuse for us.
Take a vacation at the end of December.
I could. I want to take more, just, like, have time off. Instead of,
Less than a month. Less than a month till our vacation.
yeah. Now it's like now I gotta just figure out when I'll drive up because I still have the wedding the first day. I'll see. I'm sure Sunday's gonna be fine. Like just to drive down there.
I'm gonna.
If it's busy, like if it's gonna be like a lot of traffic on Sunday, then I'm gonna wait. But we'll see.
I'm gonna schedule an upload for the death battle thing.
Why was it? They
While
used
we're
both.
gone. Yeah. That
That's a
way
good
something
idea.
still comes out while.
Yeah. We could do a live like phone stream over there.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
thinking about doing other fun stuff, like maybe Uno with someone.
Yeah.
What is it? Xbox Uno?
Yeah, that comes through with your Xbox.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun to sit down with someone and do that.
You should, if there's anyone you should play Uno with, it's one of like your actual friends, and then they only show up for weird card games.
The only one I would know is Xavier. Because he does streaming on Twitch. But he mostly does like Pokemon. He did do Power World for a little bit, but I think the Power
That's
World's
how I
bad.
got past that.
Huh?
Sorry, no, I'm just figuring out how I keep an extra card. Because the whole puzzle is getting up on the tower to the right.
I think Power World's kind of.
It's
It was
it's
bad.
died down. I wouldn't call it dead.
I definitely don't hear it talked about as much.
Well, because for the most part, the people who were having problems with it shut up.
It's definitely like just a fad game. Like I think it's fizzled out by this point.
You said fad.
What about it?
I thought you said a different word, and
It's definitely a fat game.
There's a lot of content to it. It's one of those fat games like Xenoblade and Breath of the Wild.
Did you see the look I just gave you when you said
No.
that? I was like,
Oh, what do you
Did
think?
you think I said fat?
no.
A slur instead.
Fat
Yeah,
games?
yeah. I thought you said a slur. And so it's like, what did you just say?
I don't know what the slur was. Don't say it. But like,
It's very good that you're innocent enough to not know.
is it one of those fat games,
What did I get called a lot in high school?
Okay?
Tristan? Oh,
There you go.
it's not one of those fat games, is it? like that.
What did the people used to call me in high school? Oh, Fap?
That became a fat game.
I think it's very believable that you got called FAP in high school.
But yeah, that became a fat game. Tristan.
Huh?
That became a fat game.
SpongeBob?
No.
Oh, Valis?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Sharky Valis, that poster I have.
Mm,
They came out with an official porn game, like, and that killed the series.
really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of a series like that started just as a normal video game and then eventually made an official porn game.
Colonel Sanders.
I don't think he counts as an official series. I need one more card to get this. I do think it's you get the shotgun there and then you turn around.
But I just think it's funny that like they had 4 games like 35 years ago, nothing after that, and then in 2006 for the 20th anniversary, like to celebrate, like to give something back to the fans, we're gonna make a hentai game, just a visual novel where we're just gonna recap the series with just hardcore porn.
Was it for the PC engine?
No, it was for just Windows.
Damn. I want to play it on stream.
I'm not sure how far you'd get with that, homie.
What's
As,
that
as much
website?
as OBS lets you actively censor things live.
Is Plexstorm still around? Can we stream it on there?
What?
What?
Is Plexstorm still
What
around?
is that?
It was like a streaming service, but like you can just put anything on, like porn and stuff. Like it was an adult streaming site.
Oh, well, they have, what do all the scumbag streamers go to now? Sure.
Kick.
Kick. Yeah, they have Kick.
For the
Save
most
it
part,
so that-
everything about Kick seems suspiciously illegal.
I mean, fucking Aiden Ross streamed porn on the front page, the Pornhub's front page on Kick to a bunch of kids.
Well, also, my thing is, right, they buy out streamers for ridiculous amounts of monies, and then they have contracts that aren't exclusive, as
Yes.
well as just, like, content on it that's fully illegal. Like, fucking Watch Together streams, where it's just someone streaming The Office.
Sharky.
Yeah?
Is it
Oh,
KIK?
never mind. Oh, hey. Yeah.
Do they call it perfume because it gives off fumes?
No, it's French.
It means smelly. You should know that.
It's been like a decade.
How come you never learned Polish?
That's too hard.
I learned Irish.
You want to just spell it?
I had 3 bottles of whiskey and it came naturally.
Okay, so you're just being racist. Got it.
Against myself.
I mean, but like, I fully went and like, oh, you speak Oswelga? Like, you actually went and learned, and you just like, nope, I got drunk.
I'm the worst Irishman. I say it, but I'm also Polish.
I mean, I don't think the Polish are very good at being Irish, not gonna lie.
Let's see anyone beat that.
Hey, you did it.
Hot Wheels beat that.
Domino's, eat that!
Eat crap. When did the farts start?
What did the fart say when all the clothes fell off?
Oh, I farted.
That's been in me this whole time?
Maybe the true gastrointestinal problems were the friends we made along the way. Where do I go from here?
Oh yeah, I forgot. The rocket launcher's like a grappling hook for some reason. Chris, your dishes, we need to get you a better boom mic.
Why?
Your dishes sound like they're right here.
I mean, we could get him like one of the foam things to put over the microphone just to help like mute the clanging, but I don't think we need a boom setup.
Chris,
What?
I think we need to buy you a new house. Just for streaming.
What are you, evil? Your dad?
Yeah. Why is it evil?
Because it's actually getting someone a house.
Well, you would get Chris a house.
Oh yeah, I
am the
forgot.
second
Chris
favorite
isn't you.
sign next in line.
How do you forget that?
My mind works in weird ways, man. Don't question it. That's not. I want Stomp to happen, then it used Dominion. Dominion shouldn't have been out yet. I don't know how he picked up the Dominion. Which also, why is this SMG called Stomp? Like, the rocket launcher's called Dominion. Whee!
Is he just dead ass doing dishes right now?
Yeah.
This is the new laundry.
I don't know if you can consider laundry new.
Chris,
What?
I just said, is he dead ass doing dishes right now? And Sharky went, yeah. And so I went, this is the new laundry.
Yeah,
Where do they want me to go from there?
it's essential work.
This is special work?
Yeah.
His dishes are special.
Your dishes are special?
Special work.
Just across there, right? No?
That's where it came from. Oh. It wants me to go up instead of detonating it before I touch it. See, that's what I'm saying. Oh wait, that double spent my stomp. Yeah, I just lose. Okay, so with this port, sometimes when you hit the button, it hits it twice. Which is why a lot of those times I was just like, where's my second fucking high jump?
This sounds like a Smash player.
What? Losing
Woo!
the second
Smells like one too.
Yeah, it smells like.
Well, for the most part, I think it's literally the controller hardware.
Yeah, the Switch's controller isn't great. Joy-Cons are horrible. Joy-Cons are like the worst controller ever made.
Oh no, N64 is pretty bad.
Yeah, don't,
Cry like the whole time.
huh?
You're making me try double time in here. See, like I use the Joy-Cons at work and like just on the Switch, like dock or not dock, like on the sides of the Switch. And,
I
like,
thought you were gonna come to the defense of the N64 rather than.
well, that's my next point. That's where like I'm about to kick you out.
That's where I'm about to like beat your ass.
It's just like the controller you love
Really?
for its flaws too. Like you just gotta accept it for what it is.
No,
Listen, it's not a
no.
chameleon.
I don't think the N64 controller is loved because of its flaws. I think it's loved for the idea of there's a joystick on it sometimes. Other times, it's just, hey, this is what was out at time to run hardware like GoldenEye. I don't think the N64 controller is loved. I think you're delusional.
No, it's loved.
It's the original Joy-Con. You can hold it in different ways.
It's the original.
No.
Why would you ever praise something for being like the Joy-Cons? That's like praising someone for having a mustache like Hitler did.
I'll take it.
Thank God we got that voice clip that I was talking so I can hear it.
I mean, for the most part, this game doesn't have things like models of guns on screen, so for audio-wise, it's so hard to sync up.
Yeah.
Like, there's no real good reference point, because it's not like you can use the fucking dialogue, because it's a fucking visual novel.
You're looking for the thing now, right?
Yeah, I think it has to do with this section. If I were to guess, it would be something like...
Give you 10 fucking bullets?
Well, I picked up... Yep, there it is. Okay, so for the most part, that...
It's in that building.
Yeah, and that's the exit right there. So the main thing is I might have to go up the whole thing, but that section is you drop down, so I think I should just be able to get it.
Could you realistically just use the rocket launcher and get all the way up there?
Yes, but that wouldn't get me inside. Boop. Oh, that got rid of my Dominion.
Sure. Alright.
I know how to fucking count. It's on the outside?
What? You break the glass.
No, it's not the glass. You can see that. So, something there I break. Which means it's probably... It has to do with one of these sections. Do you think I just fall through to the side and then just blast through that? And that there's not a... There's not a room. I just hit that from the outside.
Huh.
So I think I do just grab the
it's
rocket
it's right
launcher
there.
and then go there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, try it.
Okay. So, like, look, it starts you off with 4, kill the first thing, 7.
It's right there.
Nice hairdo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What? Nice. You found it so quick. I'm gonna kiss those lips.
Stay away from me.
Oh, it didn't stay up. Don't you hate it when your hair falls the way it's supposed to?
Get it up.
Get it up! Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Get it up, get it up.
I forgot to tell you guys, but like right after Toriyama died, I went into Stop and Shop and they had Reese's Puffs with Goku right on the
Yeah,
front.
I've seen those.
It's just like the standard artwork of Goku.
Hey, it's me, Reese's Puff.
And it's fine because like Reese's Puffs isn't named after a mascot, so they can put whoever they want in front of it. I'm not gonna keep going back to that.
What, are you still mad about John Snicker?
Yeah.
You worried about John Boner? That's the first guy who masturbated. That's what the boner is named after. You fucked up.
Yeah. Maybe I could just...
Isn't this supposed to be a speedrun?
Yeah.
No, it's a slow run.
For the most part, I don't need to get
Speed-
the higher
speed walk.
medals. The higher medals is just unlocking levels. It's just the fucking rank, and I think...
What did I say about levels?
Well, for the most part, it's just getting more of the insight rank, which we're fine with. We're still like, unless it's gonna pull a thing of like, alright, for the last level, you need to be 80 under, versus, oh, you know, you're like 20 over the requirement. So I think for the most part, just getting the gifts most of the time is fine. Oh, that's fucking...
How many games do that?
Watching porn.
As
That's
like,
fucking.
as like their twist, where it's like the end is at the beginning.
Well, I mean, for a game like this, it's just really fucking annoying.
Sure, you've experienced that recently, playing a game where the end is the beginning.
Well, no, the whole thing for that game is that you'd actually go back in time to make it different.
Yeah. See, I think it's such a Chad thing of like, so Chaos, like he's like the strongest form, gets vanquished by like the four heroes at the end of their journey, like at their strongest. Like it's like the battle against the two like powers, but they weaken him to the point where they start retreating to the past, where these four are just starting their journey, don't even know what they're doing, and they just happen to finish him off.
Yeah, that's like fucking getting murdered, getting sent back in time to when your killer is a baby, and then you trip over them and then get hit by a bus.
Yeah. It's like surviving having your throat slit and then your dog like accidentally trips you with its leash and kills you. You know what I'm referencing, Justin?
That's a fun the fun way I decided to end the Garland Orsted fight. That's like a request of one, so I wrote a little fight for it, and Orsted wins. And the end of it is him fleeing to the past and losing to just normal
Which-
Knight Orsted.
Strangers of Paradise is so fucking funny the way they decide to write Garland, right? Because they literally have a full conversation of, that's why chaos isn't real! And he's just like, bullshit! Turns on music on his iPod, walks away for 5 seconds, loading screen, game comes back, turns off music that was running through the loading screen, and goes, ha! I knew it! Chaos is real!
Also, where does Strangers of Paradise take place? Because Garland and the Emperor are in the game.
Yeah, before 1. It's before he does the whole Dark Knight
But
thing.
the Emperor is the main villain of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really the same world.
But remember,
It
certain games like to link
Is
them.
kind of...
Certain games like to link them.
But
So I
as
think
far,
it's
as far
10.
as I know, there is no link.
So
Right.
I think it's Final Fantasy 10 Tactics and then like Vagrant Story or like one of those games or Vandal Hearts, like one of those other Square games. Those are all in a universe together. Like just stop. Like it's like the Bleach and I want to say Hello Boss, Burn the Witch shit.
Only in the anime.
Wait, that's only a thing in the anime?
It from what I remember, the ending was rewritten. Like things like that panty scene are just not in the manga at all. Where it ends with Like, it ends with the hug, right?
Mm.
Where he's like, she just goes, hugs him, he says, did something happen or did something good happen, whatever. And then the anime adds sections after the fact where it's like the little dragon thing being like, let me see your panties, and all that stupid shit. And then the whole putting up the banner while he's running away is also, I believe, anime only. I'm very excited for the next Bleach season, though, because the animation studio in charge of it is their film studio.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering
So how many in total are there gonna be?
Huh?
How many in total are there gonna be?
seasons?
Yeah,
No clue.
but 3's not the last one.
No. Oh, no. The arc itself is kind of like the Ninja War arc, where it spans such a long period of time, and like a lot of shit happens in it. The Ninja War is a lot more boring, because it's a lot of unimportant characters, whereas the Quincy's are just more interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you said the Quincy's are a lot more interesting. Meanwhile, for the most part, I remember 3 of them. It's just, oh well, they had gimmicks. It's just Kenpachi.
Well, you haven't gotten to the good parts of the story yet. That's the problem. It's like the big shit. It's the first 2 seasons so far are just really the setup.
So head Captain Genryu Yamamoto dying is little shit to you?
Yeah.
Well, I never.
That fucking. Well, I never just gave me so much fucking English late Yagami.
I mean, Light Turner.
Yes. No, not Light Turner. That's live action.
Oh. Oh, British Light?
No, I mean Mr. I Win himself. What do you mean by that? I'm looking for the dumb press. I'm assuming it's around here and that you do something funny with the rocket launcher. I'm just gonna see if I can just take it slow and look around.
Are you looking for the present?
Yeah. Maybe up there?
Also, when I ordered Aerofell, like, they had options as to, like, what front cover you wanted. So that's why it has Team Barrier. It's so stupid. BRIR is Team Barrier. But I think... Did I ever ask you, like, which one you wanted? And you said Barrier, or did I just order it?
I don't know what Barrier is, so...
They're
I
the new characters.
definitely
in the-
didn't tell you.
So I think they, like, sold out of the others, and, like, my only choice was Team Barrier. And, like, I think it was only available on the Switch.
I mean, I don't care. It's a way forward game.
I
If
think
you
what it
care-
was like they sold it originally, we missed it, and then when they resold it, you were like, "Oh, get this for me," and that was the only option.
Well, I had a mild interest in it, but then I was like, you know what? It's way forward. They're usually pretty good with the games they make.
Mhm. Yeah, I trust them. I mean, I haven't played a game like within the past 10 years.
I
that
haven't
they've
played a
made.
game in the past 10 years.
They made a game recently that I liked, but I can't remember what the fuck it was. To which you should say, like, so you must not like it that much, but, like,
Oh, that's why I didn't see it.
The solar.
damn. That's fucking douchery.
Yeah, especially with how poor this effect works, because,
That's fucking hilarious. How did Mario Sunshine get the sun right?
But nothing else.
well, you see, I think Mario 64 got it the best out of all Mario games in the sun, where you just sort of look at it and then you transport to another place.
That's not the sun.
It's a mural of the sun.
It's in the castle. It's just a picture.
Yeah,
It
it's
won't
a
hurt you.
mural of the sun.
But in Mario Sunshine, you look at the sun, and it brings you to a stage.
It brings you to pinball, pachinko, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Never mind. They implemented the sun horribly in Sunshine.
I don't know, I feel like looking at the sun for too long does do that to your eyes. It sends you to pinball. I messed that up. Whee! That's not. I want to see if I can really just cheese this with the rocket.
Cheese rocket.
Main thing is I can't do fucking mouse flicks, so I'm limited.
Isn't this just Sunny Forest or whatever? Or Summer Forest?
Doesn't look like a forest.
The song.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay, if I did that faster, I could do that. Because for the most part, I don't need to kill all the enemies to get the present.
Oh, I'm gonna feel so stupid. I just realized the reason it wasn't lining up for me is because I was changing our mic and not the fucking Elgato.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Elgato's
reversed
the
now.
Opposite.
You have to delay the Elgato because there's no latency to it. So you have the microphone, you leave at 0. Feminine strands.
Maybe I'll have another one. Fine.
Music defeated you today.
Music to get defeated by.
Please don't talk about feet.
Why not? What's wrong with them?
Are yours okay?
Were you kicked to the can one too many times?
I
Read
can't
the
make my
can.
feet disappear like my eyes, so I can't do that joke.
Nope, I don't have feet.
No, I don't see him. Seeing is believing. I couldn't see that coming.
I was expecting a fart to come out, especially after the beans. I want my money back. Those beans were a rip-off.
Why?
We're not farting. The only reason I got them. You don't eat them for the taste. You eat them for your comedy bit, and that's it.
You people disgust me.
Canned comedy.
I fully expected Tristan to be like, "What are we saying?"
What are we saying?
What are we saying?
Hey, George.
I knew that George was coming. I'm not saying anything, Jerry.
I think for the most part, Seinfeld would be way different if it was
If it didn't
George
have
Washington.
Yeah. And Jerry from Tom and
Well, I
Jerry, so
mean-
it's just George Washington talking to a mouse.
Are you saying you were really named after George Washington, George? Parents, you know, they loved him.
So my parents loved Poor Decisions. That's why they had me.
You know, the only reason he became president was because he showed up in a suit. And Kramer's like, "Oh, Jerry, if I show
That's
up
a
in a
great idea."
suit, can I be president?"
And then he does. In fact, isn't his whole thing is like he's constantly in suits that are just like being worn poorly? Why did I hit replay?
know what? That's the closest it's gonna get.
Yeah, you've been over there all streaming.
45 minutes. At least most of it's shooting, so I'm able to produce.
We're shooting a video here.
Oh,
The thing is,
one of
it's
these.
so close. It's just a slight echo, but I'm trying to get rid of that slight echo.
Mm.
But it's not going away.
You know you can do decimal points.
I don't even know my middle name. That's. I don't know it.
Okay,
I'm back in
jovial
front-
scholar.
I'm back in front of the mic, so now they could probably hear me better.
I like calling the
Now
voice
repeat
the
everything you
jovial
said
scholar.
because it didn't pick up.
My dad bought a bikini.
And he gave it a house.
My daddy gave a bikini a house. Before his own
Okay, so I do need
flesh
to jump
and
there.
fucking son. I mean, flesh and fucking blood.
My dad made a bikini out of flesh and blood.
I'm going to eat so many cream pies! Ha!
My daddy invented the cream puff.
I thought you were gonna say my daddy invented the cream pie, and that's when I came out.
They put a patent on me.
They patented my boner. They called it a loner boner.
They called John Boner.
I can't remember where that joke came from. The guy named John. Oh, because of John Shitter.
Why they call it the John?
Yeah, because his name was John Shitter.
Who said that?
I think it's real. Hold on.
No, the real explanation is the fact that King John was kind of a dick.
Who invented the toilet?
Feel cool.
Shut up.
Why am I right?
No. Who invented the goddamn toilet, you sick son of a bitch?
Who invented the 6
In 1938, a clip of Porky Pig saying son of a bitch was...
Porky Pig made the toilet?
Hold on, I got this. Alexander Cummings.
That's a
Oh, John Cum.
Ah, yes. Mr. Cum.
Mr. Cum.
Please, come in my office.
I don't like where this is going. This is like getting called by John Pork.
I'm humming. Pornhub.
What?
I'm hubbing.
What?
I'm hubbing everywhere except for Virginia.
why
Pornhub
it's
is
called
banned
Virginia?
in Virginia. Is it Virginia or Indiana? I can't
Virginia.
remember.
They're living up to their name.
Yeah.
Wasn't their whole thing is that they wanted to make it so you had to submit legal identification? So
Yeah.
they went, no, you're not doing that.
Yeah, because
They're like, we're just banning it.
they're like that would be essentially asking people to dox themselves.
Yes.
Something that mom doesn't understand.
She doesn't know what doxing is.
No, I was trying. We were talking. I cut it out of the stream because heated, but we were talking about the Pro Jared thing. How he was sharing fucking the nudes and all that shit. And I was trying to explain to her, it was like, she was like, she couldn't be taking IDs. And I was like, why would he take someone's legal information and name and all that shit? She goes, so he knows they're over 18? It was like, yeah, but that'd be asking them to dox themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And she was just like, yeah, so you have to do
also,
it. I'm like,
it's
you don't have
really
to do that for porn.
easy to fake an ID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lesson in that is just
I
don't
worked,
send nudes to the internet.
I worked with people at my old job who would have shown me their fake IDs and how they got into clubs and shit.
Mhm. Was that an episode of Drake and Josh? The fake ID. They weren't showing nudes, but they made fake IDs.
Showing dudes.
Well, not unlike the actual TV
I forget what their
show.
names
Did you do
were.
the speedrun?
Yeah, I got a gold the first time.
Okay.
I forget what their names were. Like they had fake
Oh, it
names.
was
and everything.
Drake and Josh. Hate to break it to you.
Ardoulet or whatever.
Or Vandalay.
Yeah, Vandalay.
It's the guy from Hi-Fi Rush. His
I
name
didn't.
is
I also
Kale
didn't.
Vandal.
I also didn't realize that Tango GameWorks was like their only Japanese studio they own.
Who?
Microsoft.
Oh.
I guess like
Give
they.
it some time. Or is that did they go out?
So the thing is, they've been struggling to break into the Japanese market, right?
Mm.
Like they're not gonna beat Sony or
Loading.
they're definitely not gonna beat Nintendo in the Japanese market.
Yeah.
100%, just not gonna happen. But
There's it's the spectrum of America and Japan. Like Nintendo's Japan, Microsoft's America, and then Sony's in the middle.
Sony's a Japanese studio that has a very big American division,
Mhm.
whereas Microsoft is an American
And
company
Sony like
that doesn't
started.
really have a Japanese
Sony started
division.
as Japan only, and now they're like only American.
They're not only American.
So they shut down Japan's studio.
Well, it's
Sony itself is Japan.
okay.
but,
Well,
like,
the Japan studio is just a
PlayStation.
studio. It's not fucking every
But-
studio in
but-
Japan.
But PlayStation like is pretty much just American now.
I'd say it's both. You got.
The ratio is so different now, though.
Well, I mean, because we get pushed the American games.
Yeah.
There is a good deal of even Chinese games coming to Sony now.
Stellar Blade's
Get-
South Korean, right?
Yes, and Genshin Impact.
Yeah, that's Chinese.
I mean, I guess that's also on PC, but I'm pretty sure it's like you're not gonna be playing on your Switch.
Mhm.
And I don't think it's on Xbox.
Is it on smartphones?
It's on phones and it's on PlayStation, I believe, and I think that's it.
Oh yeah, those won't go sideways if they're sideways.
And you could crossplay the phone and the fucking console port, which is insane.
No, those games are completely server based.
I think that's crazy. You don't think that's crazy?
Well, I mean, for live service like that, that's kind of how it's been. Everything's tied to the server, not the platform.
Like,
'Cause that's kind of how PC games work on base.
well, yeah, people have been wanting to get this crossplay shit done for a while, but it's no offense against my console, but Sony is a little bitch about it.
Sony's been making bad decisions.
Yeah. The fact that they've been trying to like push a live service thing just to give up on it immediately,
Well,
which I
also,
prefer.
like,
Which I prefer. I don't want them to dip into live service. I think live service is a waste of time.
well,
but
also, they're making it so unrelated ports of games are requiring PSN accounts. Kind of. It's not that they require a PSN account. It's that if you can't get a PSN account there, you can't play it there.
fucking you're talking about
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. They've been going under controversy for all that Helldivers shit.
Well, like, yeah, the Helldivers stuff is definitely a problem, but what's more of a problem is that you can't get fucking Ghost of Tsushima, even though it doesn't require it. You don't need it for just a single-player game. You don't need an online account, which, for the most part, using the PlayStation servers is only really a way to get crossplay to work.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing they had for Helldivers and why they were going to make it a requirement. But you can't even play the game single player without the online functions in countries that can't get PSN accounts.
I was gonna say because I played Ghost of Tsushima without an internet access. And...
You're playing Ghost of
Yeah,
Tsushima
but
in
you played it
Argentina.
on a PlayStation. That's the thing.
Oh, was there a PC release?
The PC release is coming out, and you can't get it in certain countries. The Pope can't play Ghost of Tsushima because he can't play it in the Vatican.
What, you trying to say the Vatican don't got internet access?
No,
Ghost-
it has
Ghost-
internet access. It's just illegal to have a PSN account there.
Ghost of the Vatican.
There's no way there's a law that says you can't have a PSN account in the Vatican.
Yeah, in the fucking
the Bible.
Holy See, you can't get Helldivers. Like, the Pope can't dive into hell. That's
Well-
like his whole job, isn't it?
It's to prevent people from diving
Can he
into
take
hell.
hell?
He doesn't give a hell. What the hey? Does this game have an ending?
Does this game have hay? Is there more of it, like levels? There's be more levels.
More! Did we decide what we're playing after this?
More hair.
Are we going Skullgirls or are we going Patapon?
Well, we were supposed to do Skullgirls, and then Chris was like, "But Annie's not out." Meanwhile, I check. Annie's playable.
Now.
No,
Now-
then Annie was playable. They were just in pre-release.
Well, no, this time we were waiting for the voice acting.
Oh yeah, the story mode and everything.
Yeah, I don't know if that got released yet though. I mean, it's been months, right? Like,
Yeah.
it has to have been.
Mhm.
That's why it does not has to have.
They don't have to do anything.
They could just delete the game off the servers.
And I'd be happy with.
I'm very interested in Skullgirl. So,
I was about to ask just the one.
Yeah.
He is too.
I heard Kurt was the art director or something.
I don't think he's the art director. He just worked on it.
How would you know that?
Which Skullgirl's gotten into a bunch of weird controversies.
Yeah, they censored all the Nazi like imagery.
In Germany.
No, everywhere.
I thought it was just
They
Germany.
censored panties,
What?
For the
and
most
the creator
part.
is gone.
Also, people got upset when Sonic Fox was added to the game.
Sonic Fox.
They're a pro player, and it's fucking hilarious whenever I see anything of them. Because it's like, yeah, I made a low-tier god wear my furry helmet. Like, they're actually fucking hilarious with just what the shit they make bets for at events.
Heaven is a trip. Oh.
Oh, he's in the background of a stage.
Yeah, and it's like the training room.
I mean, I guess he's a pro player. It makes sense, but
He's a
like,
pro player, he won a tournament for it.
that's just such a. I would not add a YouTuber to.
I would
Well,
never.
it's not that he's being a YouTuber, it's that he won the fucking tournament. It's his reward.
I would
Oh,
never
is that
put a
what it was?
YouTuber.
Yeah!
Oh,
I would never put a YouTuber in a video game.
huh?
Just so many things. Code of Either's All Stars Racing,
Fucking-
AVGN Adventures.
There's a game that came out which is like a Smash clone of some sort.
There's a game that's like a Streets of Rage clone.
Oh, you're talking about Nostalgia Critic
Yeah.
and okay. There's a game that just came out. It's like a Smash clone, but you could like it has a specific engine, so you can like sprite your own characters and like make them playable and make
Okay.
them look kind of good.
Are you talking about Rivals of Aether? Because that's not what that is.
No, I'm not talking about Rivals of Aether.
I'm talking about Rattles
I
of
could,
Titties.
I could figure out what it's called real quick. It'll take me 2 seconds. I don't think it's out yet.
Well, is that out yet? You don't have the power
It's called
yet.
Smack Studio. And the only reason I bring it up is that the only reason I found out about it is because Dan and Aaron are in the game as playable characters. And they have a special move that only they have where they can play tennis with each other.
There's
We
also
can show
just,
them. We will show them what's up.
for the most part, I think it's very weird when people are like, oh yeah, an Egoraptor makes a cameo in this game. It's like, no, he's a voice actor as a job.
Yeah, like they're in River City Girls. Like I think Aaron and Dan and a few other YouTubers are in. It's like Aaron Hansen himself is in the game. No, they play Billy and they play Billy and Jimmy.
They did.
Yeah,
That's cute.
I think it's not in that game, but I think in one of the Double Dragons they made Bimmy and not Jimmy, but like they made Jammy. Yeah, they brought them in.
That's fucking hilarious. What was I gonna say? Fuck. Yeah, Egoraptor is a voice actor in Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
One of the DLCs, he does like his, I don't know, how are you doing today, sir? Like that kind of voice. And people are like, he's in the game, it's him.
Yeah,
like-
but like my whole thing is like he's been a voice actor way longer.
Yeah, he was in what, Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah,
or something?
he played, specifically on the Wii version, he plays Bruce Banner.
Wasn't it like a contest and they like kicked him out of the other versions for no reason?
There's probably a reason.
Is it because he submitted a picture of Sonya and it was not Amy?
That's embarrassing.
It is.
It's so embarrassing. Do you
Don't
know about
tell-
that, Sharky?
Top
No.
10 embarrassing.
So in Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing, specifically, I think it was on all versions originally.
yeah,
So they had fan art of
Sonya.
Sonya, the pink hedgehog from Sonic
Yeah.
Underground. They had fan art of Sonya as one of the placeholder images they forgot to remove, and they took it out in later
I think
releases.
they thought it. They didn't know. I think they just thought it was Amy. Like they were like, let's put a picture of Amy on the stage.
There's no way. It
It's
wasn't.
not,
It
like-
wasn't even the same art style that was redrawn like every other thing. It's just a very bad drawing.
Placeholder JPEG. If you see this, replace it. Type deal.
It didn't look good. But the thing is, the Wii version it didn't have a patch system. So the Wii version, if you buy it, you can still see that little fan drawing of Sonya.
It's like that, and then Okami having the IGN watermark on the front.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, will be as embarrassing as the most recent Spider-Man 2 thing. That's so bad.
What the fuck happened?
Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales' flag he kept in his room. It was supposed to be a Puerto Rican flag, but they fucked up and they put the wrong flag in there.
What was the Portuguese
yeah.
flag?
Yeah, no. Fuck, what flag was it? I can't remember. But it's like, it's not even looking the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fan art of a flag.
Hold on.
For the most part, there's been a lot of things like that, especially when it comes to like those countries. Like I think it was the Cuban flag and another one.
Yeah, so the Miles Morales, he had a Cuban flag by accident. When it was supposed to
Yeah.
be Puerto Rican.
I think that was literally a bit that was done when it was like. Speaking of voice actors, to bring up my example, there was a bit that's exactly that was done in like a PowerPoint made for Iron Mouse by this other voice actor, Sea Dog.
I don't know my flags, but I take your word.
Okay.
It's kind of like how sometimes there's flags that have really similar patterns just rotated.
Yeah. I'm like really bad. Like I can. There are like a few that are obvious, but like when it comes to like most countries, I'm like I don't know.
The thing
But
is,
if you don't know, you get somebody who does
the
know.
thing is that's what I'm saying. Is like, it's
How did nobody catch it? Is like the question.
Yeah, it's like what I say about the fucking Gerard thing, where it's like you can't be getting these details wrong about your own situation when it's the driving force of your whole charity.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be getting these details wrong if it's this important.
This
If
is
it's
not-
important to Miles' character that you have his heritage displayed, you can't fuck up and
Yeah.
not have the wrong heritage shown. That's really bad. Nobody noticed that in playtesting. I mean, I guess nobody knows flags like some other people, but still. If you're Puerto Rican, you're gonna notice. You're gonna look at that and be like, that's not the flag.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or if you're Cuban, you're gonna be like, wait,
Beans
is
have
Miles?
awakened. Beans awake.
I'm gonna go back and pay for the meal again.
No, that's a different
Have you ever?
Spider-Man.
Has anyone ever done that? Like, gotten a refund and they're like, "Wait, sorry, that was my fault. Let me go back and pay for it."
Nah, shit, that was actually a really good fam. I'm sorry. What the hell's that?
Oh, that's a little hint thing.
I gotta
for
hand it to
speedrunning.
you.
I gotta hand it to you. Ma'am it to you.
The sad thing is, there's like so many beans left over. Like the bean to pork ratio is insane.
You made too many beans?
Well, it's just I got the big can.
Well, I mean, for the most part, that's why you have to listen to Weezer when you do it.
Bean, a deer, a female deer.
That's not
Yeah, they sang
Yeah.
that. Bean a deer.
being a deer right fucking now.
My favorite note on the piano is bean.
Bean, a deer, right over here.
Ray, it's tracing on the Switch.
No, it's not. If the Switch had any ounce of ray tracing, it would be 2 frames per second.
Seconds per frame.
The cloud gaming, I think, is gross.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line with the Switch though, where like I'm not gonna get a Switch port is like cloud gaming and download only like portions of the game. Like all the Capcom collections are like that, so I'm not gonna bother.
Oh, I know I wasn't gonna.
Like I'm sorry you couldn't fit a PlayStation 2 game on the Switch,
I wasn't gonna shit talk Phil Spencer for being a piece of shit weirdo, but
but it's gonna slip out.
it's slipping out right fucking now. All right.
Where is the gift here?
What were you talking about a second ago? Because I just
Clouds gaming.
Oh, people are at a protest canceling, and it's quite a noticeable difference in Game Pass subscriptions,
Mhm.
and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
And not out of behest,
This just means Silk Song's not coming out.
not out of behest of it as a service. I don't have it, but I'm sure it's a good enough service. But if people are going to make a statement about like we don't want you fucking over these studios, then the
Mhm.
best place to hit them is their wallet.
Yeah. That's
And
the only way
hope-
they'll take notice.
In Game Pass, I don't believe their subscriptions have anything to do with the individual developers. I believe it has more to do with the
Well, for the most part, they buy out something to put on the Game Pass.
yeah. Amori's not on there anymore, so I don't go fuck. I guess she had a dispute with Microsoft and it got taken off not only Game Pass but the Microsoft Store. So the only place you can get it now is the Switch and PS4.
There's also, the PC release.
Oh,
The
that
one you played.
incomplete piece of shit release.
Was that bad?
It's not
It's not.
incomplete.
They didn't.
It's just that the console ports have bonus content.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing that Devil May Cry 5 was doing in the beginning, where they were like, by the way, buy this on this console to get the rest of the content. I don't like that Amori does it, that you can't just have a full, complete, nice PC port. PC is where you want to play your fucking game.
It's also like the easiest to like patch and add things.
I don't understand it. Was it a deal with Nintendo? No, because the PS4 version has the added content. So I don't understand why she couldn't just add it to the fucking PC release. What the hell is Yik 1.5? I don't know.
So I've looked into it. Versions of the game act completely differently.
Uh-huh.
For the most part, it's the same fucking story because it's still the same game. They're just changing how everything works, and it's worse.
And it's they can't be worse. It's
The weird fucking vampire boob lady did not need to be in the game.
oh, the one that like, I mean, she got. I like titties. All right, you can't even if they're bad pixelated titties. I look at them and those are some nice Dobon honkers.
I love them so much, I grew my own.
The soy milk has been working for the past 3 years. But like, I don't know. I'm sure it's not good, but I'm sure it's not going to be
Good.
worse than there's no way it could be worse than the game act already is.
Well, here's the main thing. The things we're upset with the game with are just like not changing.
Well, the combat system got overhauled.
Yeah, but it's worse now.
I wouldn't call that worse. I'd like my fight to get done quick than take fucking
That
10
does
minutes
take
for normal
forever.
encounter. Not really.
Really?
Maybe if you just knew how to play it right, you wouldn't know.
I was the only one playing.
Uh-huh.
You're the one who was in this like baseless area of well, maybe if you played better, and then you look at the controller and you're like, I don't know what this does.
Maybe that's just what they want you to think. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that?
I
Do you have tea
feel
can
like
sip?
you're in the position right now of average Persona 5 fan of didn't play the fucking game, just watched a playthrough of it on YouTube. Is just like controls.
Excuse me. I played as Michael. Exclusively.
We both know that's not playing the game.
Michael's attacks, we swear to God, they didn't work.
Yeah.
Like we could never ever if it told us to hit triangle for him, it wouldn't work ever.
No, if it hit triangle, that's the
Alright,
only
these beans
time
are
it
about to
did
come
work.
out in either solid or liquid form.
Oh shit. Get it? Get it out! Get the beans out! The one thing I don't like is they're trying to be Persona 5 with all this foreshadowing and like, ooh, look at all this. There's the fucking
Well, here's the thing.
There's Wilfred.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're doing better with that, actually showing it off visually, than having Alex's fucking monologues.
That's fair, but he's still having monologues. Just because he's in a karaoke booth doesn't mean it's any better dialogue.
Okay, it is better for the sheer fact of it's just not him overlaid over the screen. There's actually something visual to go with it.
But it was still boring.
Yeah, but it's leagues
Sharky,
fucking better.
If I put a bow on my shit, it looks slightly better, but it's still shit.
Here's the thing, though. It goes from the implication that you've taken a shit to having a full illustration on screen.
That
Pink bow and everything.
that other people can just walk into. Also, what is the deal with it when it's like nobody cares about Rory? What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
That's like really insulting after, they make him kill himself in the game.
and it's like, sorry man, you have to voice this character. He's based off of you.
He's
the
based on-
only one who can commit
He's
suicide.
based on you. You just need to voice act one more line. He reminds me a lot of you. All right, I'll do the last line. What does it need to be? Apologize for killing yourself. What?
I need this personally.
This isn't for the game or anything.
I'm worried about you, man.
Yuri Wooden just disappeared, man. Sad day. The only good Yik voice actor. He left.
Where the fuck is the gift?
I haven't seen it this whole time now that you mention it.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing we're looking for is the thing we're not seeing. That was weird enough to a point where I thought it was a part of the song.
What?
You want me to look it up?
Do you want me to look it up?
Hold on, let me try and... Is it up here?
Judging by how everything just rendered, I'm going to assume not. I don't think they want you up here.
I mean, that's kind of the thing with this game where it gets confusing on this port specifically. I don't know what it wants me to touch.
I don't think you can make it over there. Definitely not. Is that it down there?
No, that's ammo.
It's going to kill you if you hit it.
Only a little bit.
What stage is it?
I don't know what they want me to be looking for to find it. Especially since this is one of the yellow gifts.
This is the right.
Oh, that's why.
I wouldn't have found that.
Tell me when I get to that area.
So he jumps over the right edge.
Also, he does that.
And then-
Oh, that's how that chain reaction works. I was wondering about that.
I don't think he jumps up here. Does he? Is it here he turns? Yeah. That's a hard one.
Loading screen's so fucking awkward. It's just his footsteps.
I spy something really tacky.
Hey, she found a mirror.
Is it Weiss Pleather Bell?
How are you so good at this game?
Okay, my turn. I spy with my little eye. Something flat.
Oh, I know. Is it White's ass? I said, is it White's flat ass?
You okay, White?
Were you two saying something?
You haven't heard any of our S-tier insults? What a waste of common gold.
Gold.
It's true. I'm actually
I'm kind of offended you used that take.
Sorry. It's just some of my memories return to me in the sermon. Only enough to piss me off.
Ooh, let me guess. Were they about Fred?
Hush.
I just can't believe I had to die before realizing how much Green was manipulated. Keep telling me not to fight him. But I can't let this end without him suffering for what he took from us.
You heard what Mikey said. True days of judgment were based around forgiveness. If we succeed in restoring heaven, well, eventually, you're gonna have to forgive Green.
I don't know if I can.
Forgiveness, restoring heaven won't change the fact that we're still dead. So, why not treat yourself to a little revenge?
What do you think we deserve then? For our past?
That's different. We were doing what we could to survive.
Green lived in that same world with us. I don't think forgiveness should be determined by things like who is or isn't perfect. We can choose to fight this truth and end this battle over there. The latter is the more difficult path of the two, but I think what you gain from it all makes it well worth it in the end.
I think I get you. It's like how you can never be a true gamer if you only ever play on easy mode.
I'm personally offended. Sharky.
I mean, if that's what you need to compare it to.
That's fucked up. I'm pissed off. I'm fucking pissed off. Did you hear that shit?
No.
He goes, it's like you can't call yourself a true gamer if you always play on easy mode.
Is that what Spike
Yeah.
Spiegel said?
Yeah.
I love the kind of woman who will actually just play me on easy mode.
Bro, everyone that speaks to me plays me on easy mode. I don't question anyone. It's a fucking problem. I question Gerard more than I question my own mother.
I question Gerard's mother more than I question my own mother.
That's fucked up. If there's one thing I don't want to do that he does, it's drag his mom's name through the fucking mud. Way to waste one.
Thank you.
Waste one, want one.
World 1-1. You know this is World 1-1?
This is literally 9-5.
And there's only 10 levels.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know that for sure, dude. I'm just making up shit as I go.
Best game ever is coming to NSO because it has the least number of levels of any Mario game.
Which one?
Mario Land.
That's not already on there?
No, Mario Land 2 was on there, and then they added 1.
Why?
Because Nintendo can't count.
I think their strategy of slowly releasing the games to try to make the service seem more worth it as the days go by is dumb as shit. If you can possibly release it on your fucking service, just release it on your fucking service. And if you get rights to more obscure games, just add them after the fact. The fact that you don't have every fucking Nintendo exclusive, not exclusive, but like Nintendo made Game Boy game on there is insane. Give us Mother 3.
Give us 3 moms.
I want a mom. Give me a mom.
Rugrats in Paris, the movie.
Rugrats search for mom. Rugrats search for mom's tar.
You know, rescue Riptar and then mortuary for mom.
Riptar?
Yeah. Very different
Riptar's
character.
right.
That's Ripto and Reptar put together.
Were you saying they can't get married? Like, what the fuck?
I'm saying if they get married, they're probably not swapping their first name.
You sure? They seem pretty eccentric. I think they would do it.
That's insane.
No, it's eccentric.
It's like if
I know what I said.
they told me my dad was pronounced dead. I haven't been mispronouncing it my whole life. Don't know why she agreed with the doctor there.
So I threw it on the ground.
So I threw my mom on the ground. What do you think I'm doing?
Threw my mom's death certificate on the ground, said Gerard with a gleam in his eye.
With a gleam in his eye and $600,000 in his pants.
You know, lie in his beard.
Bro. When Carl Jobs made his second video on Gerard, he was like, it was after they finally had donated. And he was like, and a good thing is, Gerard finally donated the $600,000 for the Open Hand Foundation. This is a good thing, and I really hope he ends up donating the rest of the money that his fans have entrusted him with. I'm like, stop, he's already dead, bro. His friends have already abandoned him. It's just insane. It's fucking bonkers to me. It's fucking bonkers to me that he almost got away with it, and he's still making fucking videos. Like, Chugga Conroy, who provably has more of a case of, like he could have come back and people wouldn't have hated him, right?
Mhm.
Because he was able to disprove a lot of the more serious things, and he owned up to everything else.
And it's also not
But-
as serious as what Gerard did.
Correct. Well, I mean, sexual harassment is kind of...
He didn't harass anybody though.
It was more like he couldn't take clues.
Yeah.
It
It wasn't on purpose.
But harassment is harassment, even if it's
Yeah.
not on purpose. But either way, he fessed up to the things he did do.
Yeah.
And because of the whole culture, he's like, you know what, I don't even think I'm gonna come back. I don't think it's in the cards for me. I think I should just figure out something else to do with my life.
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? Good for you. This guy was like, I deny everything. Things were done in bad faith, and I'm gonna continue to make videos.
So anyway, these games are going to complete themselves.
And then he makes a Lies of P review.
Game that completes itself.
I can't believe you said Lies of J, and that was the top fucking comment. It's probably the easiest joke to make.
Hey, work smarter, not harder.
Jesus. Like, he had one. He gets things wrong, just to go through with you, just to go through with you. He gets his mom's. He switches the year of his mom's death 3 times. He says it happened when he was 16.
I can't believe he had 3 moms.
It says it happened when he was 16, 15, and 13.
His multiverses are
He
crossing
said
over.
that most people who die of dementia die from malnutrition, which is wrong. Most people who die of dementia die from pneumonia. With malnutrition being one of the a factor that you can die from, but it's very rare. So just completely wrong on that front. He said that his mom was the longest lasting person ever with her type of dementia, when she's actually smack dab in the middle of being like in the range, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
He said that he single-handedly made his Best Buy the #1 Best Buy in the world. He said that he said he had plenty of opportunities to go to corporate, and then he's detailed other stories about how he felt aimless, not knowing how to grow in the company. It's like he doesn't give a regard for the fucking truth at all. He'll say whatever makes him feel good at the time. And in regards to his fucking situation with how he was doing the open hand shit, he was having them donate to him, not to the actual like establishment, like not to the actual charity, which still wasn't donating, but he was having them donate to his YouTube channel. Why would you ever trust that? If you're not giving money straight to the donation, what are you doing?
Mm. Yeah, don't do it
They're
through
mis
somebody.
enemies.
Once you have all these middlemen in it, that's when they can like take a share of it. If you really like care about like a cause, just donate directly to it.
The Open Hand Foundation had said, "Hey, listen, we didn't donate the money." In an email response to when they were like found out, they said we didn't donate the money because we've donated to people who didn't make sufficient progress before, and we don't know who to donate to. And then Gerard said, "Oh, I knew in 2022 the money wasn't donated," and I said, "That's not fucking cool. So I've been trying to donate this whole time." In his response video, he said that they were always intentionally waiting to make the donation restricted. A restricted donation, meaning they can determine what the money is used for, which is shit because you don't need to fucking withhold money for 10 years to make a restricted donation. 10 years! With inflation, that money would have been worth more if they just donated it at the time they got it. Fucking... So we have 3 different responses from the same dude about why it wasn't donated yet. Like, he's a fucking habitual liar, and yet he can still come back and people will still eat his ass because he fucking completes games. The one
And
game.
because people don't want to. He's the only one that will, so they...
No, that's Nostalgia Critic.
He doesn't play games, he just watches things.
You know, but he's the whole complete it so you don't have to.
Yeah.
He
Star
said
is the video game equivalent.
he said in the interview, in the phone call thing, the full thing got posted online after the fact. When he was like, I'm going to sue these people. So they're like, all right, we'll release the whole fucking phone call, douchebag. So they released a full phone call, and you can hear him say in that he was planning on ending Indie Land because of all this shit and being like, this was going to be my last year and all this shit. But then in Indie Land 2023, you can hear him talking about how it's going to be a live event, or for next year, being a live event. Oh, when we do it next year, the whole time. He's just a fucking habitual liar.
Getting a lot of use out of the word habitual today.
Yeah.
See, lying's just not worth it. Like, you always have to watch your tracks and stuff like that. Like, it's less effort to tell the truth.
Yeah. Fucking, again, the guy refers to, in one of the videos, he refers to him as a watered down Tommy Tallarico.
Which I fucking love the pipeline of, where's the Roblox oof sound effect come from? I have to kill Tommy Tallarico.
I want to hear him say it.
See,
IRL.
I think that's the next person I'm going to do a little look into, see, because I hear a lot of shit about Tommy Tallarico. He was the one that I believe was, like, pushing the new in television.
He owns it. He owns the
Yeah.
company.
And so I'm like, the thing didn't deliver. It just
Yeah.
didn't. Half the shit he said, I guess, wasn't true, and I'm so curious to see what he actually says.
Yeah.
I heard there was going to be a new Earthworm Jim on it, and I didn't see that released ever.
All we had was a single shitty picture. It's like with the Earthworm Jim cartoon where we had a really bad like interview with Jim, and that was it. And it had nothing to do with the original creators. I also find it funny that Doug was made by a guy named Jim and Earthworm Jim was made by a guy named Doug.
They're very common names.
But, like,
Chris when he
Yeah?
meets John White person.
John White person.
You know, from Garfield.
Yeah, that's my Gerard rant, though.
but yeah, that's why you also don't make promises when you're like not ready to show anything, like Metroid Prime 4.
Well, the other problem is
It's like saying you got like, oh, I got this job, like when you haven't even started yet. Like, wait till you're like there for a month and then be like, I have this job.
the thing is.
Well, I mean, you could be like, yeah, I got through the interview pretty alright.
Yeah, but not like I got a job.
the thing.
Yeah.
That was mute worthy.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, don't like go telling people things until it's like pretty much like set in stone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't exaggerate.
I mean, there's one thing to be excited for something.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing to just be like, I did all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
It's like what I remember. One of my, I think it was my last day at work. Bruce was like talking about like the circles of like whatever, like circles of concern or whatever. He's like, you don't actually have control over. The only things you have control over in life are your own thoughts, and I think your immediate actions. Like, because you say you're gonna do something doesn't mean it'll actually happen. Like, because something could always interfere with it.
Yeah, that's why I never speak in.
German.
That's why I never speak in positives or like this is going to happen. I'm usually like,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to do this.
Like for example, we're going on vacation next month, but anything could happen to prevent it.
And
between now
I'm
and then.
gonna live.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when I retire, blah blah blah.
Or could you win? Yeah, I'd beat him. No, it's not. I'd win. That's what it is.
Which I think the very funny that the initial English translation of the manga was just no.
Wait, really? That's amazing if that's true.
Like, would you lose? No.
Oh, I thought you were saying, could you beat him? No.
Yeah, that translation is apparently fucking. That translator is apparently fucking horrible and is repeatedly cited as crimes against language.
I wonder if he's the one that made Bill Trinan sweat a lot.
Kinda
Sorry.
wanna rewatch
You gonna
that.
elaborate on that, or
There was a, I don't know if it
I
was,
think it
an
was the
E3
Switch.
or a
It was the
direct.
Switch like presentation.
Yeah, and he did like, it was a live event, and the translator was so bad.
It was live translated, I think.
It was live translated, and the translator was so bad. And when Bill Trinan came on, who's like the head of localization, I believe, right?
I think so. Yeah.
He's like the head of he's in charge of making sure all that shit is done right. He comes out. He's the only guy beating his forehead with sweat.
yeah.
He's like
Because he
looked-
probably just shot that guy.
He looked so mad. He looked fucking livid.
Because literally he was like stumbling, like the guy, the translator. Like he was
There was a lot
messing
of
up.
there was a
and-
lot of filler noises.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned through a public speaking thing is apparently there's a way to use filler sounds
Correctly.
correctly.
Yeah, it's what Obama does.
He was
You
saying,
you make jokes, but he's like the main site for that.
yeah, he's like, I guess according to the guy I watched, he says the only person who could be like a perfect public speaker is a stand-up comedian, in terms of like delivery and all that kind of shit. But he cites Obama as like one of the best public speakers, and then he later like talks about like goes through Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, and he's just like, their public speaking is not
Happening.
great.
They definitely are speaking publicly. We can all regret this.
But yeah, but he was like, if you're trying to like do a talk and you're trying to actively make it seem like you're thinking about something, you use filler sounds. It's like, well, you see, the thing is, like stuff like that. But most of the time, you want to get that shit away. You don't want that in your speech at all. You don't want to say you don't want to have awkward pauses. Say and. You need to have an idea of what you're saying before you say it. I do it a lot. I'm a big proprietor.
You're a
of,
big ummer.
yeah. I make filler noises a lot.
Sometimes I
You're
catch
just
myself
like
going,
full
"Oh, you
brain
know."
arc.
What?
I'll catch myself going like, oh well, you know.
Yeah, everyone. Fuck. Everyone does it a little differently.
Like I say like a lot more than I realize.
I do a thing where if somebody.
Well, this is really weird because Chris is like the only person I know where I can see him sit, like quiet down and load his next sentence.
Yeah. And I'm on PS1 loading.
See, I just did it. I just said The thing about me is that when I am overthinking things or trying to think while speaking, I'll often repeat or do what I just did where like I speak really slowly to make sure my thoughts are all in place
Yeah.
Meanwhile, when I slow down, it's because I'm patronizing you.
because I'm petrified.
Also, I can leave a sentence. I can leave a thought in RAM for so long.
Bro, you'll come back to it like 3 hours later and I'll have no idea what you're referring to.
I have more thoughts in my RAM than Animal Crossing does.
Damn. Get it? Because I rhymed. Anyway. Anthony, I can't work with him anymore, bro. He fucking says, see? I do it all the time. It's so annoying. I hate my life. Kill me.
Some people say "fucking" as a filler word. I think you do.
I don't say it as a filler word. I just
Instead
like the
of
word.
saying fucking as a filler word, I just fuck them as a filler word.
If I can't think of what I'm gonna say, we're having sex.
Just shirt comes off, it's on site.
It's on.
Hang on. Stop. I remember what I was gonna say.
No. Put your pants back on. I remember what I was gonna say.
Drinking something could be a good filler thing. It's like, so you know.
How'd you miss those two?
I went up that way instead.
See, the thing is,
What I've always wanted to tell you is
this is some good Mountain Dew. Get me another one. Anyway, what was I saying?
I could use a refill. If only I had a big, burly, strong little man to
Would you like it?
I'm playing the game. Oh yeah, last night the conversations were horrible. I kept getting referred to as the delicious.
They look at you and say, "I could go."
There was at least one guapito in there.
Yes, please.
Are you gonna tell him what guapito means?
Uncle Pito.
Uncle Pito.
No.
We don't talk to him anymore.
What is the word?
Guapito.
I don't know what that means.
It's like what grandmas call you. It's like little handsome.
Aww. It's like when the old grandma calls me sweetheart. And I'm like, yes, I am a sweetheart. You can't see that. That's impossible to see.
Well, for the most part, it's like, yes, I've gotten out of the way of the projectile. It doesn't matter. It's not the projectile that kills you. It's being in the laser, and then it's just on a delay, which is really fucking stupid.
Oh, the laser is hitting him. It just doesn't kill him. That's interesting. You didn't kill the enemy, but yeah.
I mean, not having a gun here is gonna suck.
Suck. Do you think the creator of Facebook is waiting for someone to suck the Zuck?
Well, I think they pay people for that, sadly.
Why would you want someone to suck a lizard man?
Listen, the lizard man can get some if he pays the right people the right amount.
That's illegal.
Not in Lizard County.
Lizard County, Georgia. Why does that have to be in Georgia?
Because you've never heard of counties anywhere else.
This is 100% where something is.
Okay, thanks, game.
Thank you. Thank you.
It just did the double press thing, and I got fucked over.
Daddy needs some milk.
I don't like this. This bit is bad for business.
It does not fit with the Brogal blend.
Bro, fucking your neighbors downstairs are like, damn, he's good.
And they hold up just signs.
Keep it PG up there.
Nah, he's just revving his engine. Don't worry about it.
This sex film. I tried.
Don't you feel like you gotta rev it up sometimes? You know what I'm saying?
Kicking an eighth place.
Visual bits are the best.
Just imagine, like.
Just imagine.
It's like reading a book. You don't have the visual, so you gotta really imagine it for yourself. I feel like it'd be an insult to our viewers if we just told them what we were doing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I get to the best one, I'm like, I don't know what they were doing. I'm not gonna.
You know how many
Google
times
it.
I watch back a random stream and I'm like, what are we talking about? Like a lot of it's the picture frame.
Yeah.
I'm just like, is that like blah blah blah? And I'm just like watching back, like, what are we talking about?
Who are you?
If we can have
Sometimes it's just we're laughing at it like from nothing.
if we can have an iFunny screen and a screen for your picture frame, actually I probably wouldn't do that because personal pictures, but
I would set the Brogal album, like Brogal Save album. Connor iFunny would not work because there's like so much inappropriate shit on iFunny.
yeah.
Like not stream safe shit.
Yeah, like racist shit.
And considering like there have been like deaths on iFunny.
There has been.
Yeah, I think it was in one of the you and Connor streams I added recently. Connor was talking about how there's like a meme on iFunny called "Death in the Collective." Because like the collective, I think is just like browsing iFunny. Like it's like some like page where you just like look through things, and they post like corpses and stuff. And so there's a meme like the "Death in the Collective."
I don't like that.
Misa
Yeah.
gonna turn you into a beheading video.
Connor is so desensitized that he could just see death, and he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep using this.
Could you imagine you just walk right in? Here it is.
Is that what the looker was like?
The looker's not done yet.
Oh, did you not beat the looker yet?
Oh, the looker. Yeah, I'm pissed. It tricked us into drawing a dick pic as the last.
Yeah.
So, and the sad thing is we had to look shit up because that game's also hard.
You had to look things comes up
Yeah.
for the looker.
Well, Connor
Yeah.
couldn't figure it out either.
No, we were both fucked. Is this the one you have to go up the vent?
Doesn't look like
Yeah.
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 mm,
Yeah, at the end of the game, you have to draw lines, right? You have to draw a line and trace the outline of like the outside area, but you can't touch anything in the outside that's black, right? So you have to trace like through the grass
because
and
it
through
follows
everything.
the rules of the rest of the game.
Yeah.
For, like the maze puzzles.
So you draw the whole thing, and then it blacks out the environment, so it just shows your line. And it's a straight up dick pic, and I was like, I'm pissed off.
And even the narrator goes, "Oh, that's a
Oh
penis."
no! And then it ends on a live action segment of a guy doing line puzzles like in real life. He's like, oh, he's got a plate. It has start, end, and there's like crumbs in the middle of it. He goes, oh, I know how to finish this. Dumps the crumbs out and draws a straight line. He goes over to his friends. He's like, one more line puzzle before bed. Oh shit! And he falls over, and the camera like falls, and then the game crashes and shuts itself down. So he falls and
Which that
on
game is
screen.
hilarious, right? After playing The Witness.
We're not quite done with The Witness yet. We thought we were gonna finish, and so we were like, let's play The Looker first because we're on a time crisis, and we could probably finish The Looker
Time
before
crisis.
we're in a time crunch, and we could probably finish The Looker before we finish The Witness. So let's just get The Looker out and then finish The Witness. The Witness ended up being so much longer and harder. Like we've been looking shit up because we're like, we don't understand how they got it. Like even like following their rules,
This is
solving it at the end and staring at the answer. We're like, we don't understand how they got there.
This is gonna be real rough for you, but I need someone to take over for me. I'm way too fucking tired.
I've never played this in my life.
Let's just stop the stream.
How do I jump? Oh,
Maybe pass it to Chris. He's played a few levels.
No. I say we just like go and watch all the scenes that we can, and then just be done.
oh, that is an option. Can we?
Yeah, just quit. Or return to hub.
Let's just come back to this.
Yeah, they are getting longer and longer. We're probably only halfway done.
I can do this part. It's easy.
Yeah, the little mini levels aren't too bad.
Well, it shouldn't be the levels yet. It should just be the dialogue, because we only got half of them.
Got a reward for some reason.
Your aura is crazy today, White.
That's what he sounds like?
Yeah.
That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, you're expecting Raz.
I did it!
No.
But it's literally called a soft drink.
I know things are getting crazy.
But to be honest, I
Not
can't think of
gonna
think.
care.
But to be honest, I can't think of anything that rhymes with crazy. What can I do for you today, White?
I'm lazy.
I'm lazy. What?
It
was only half.
Yeah,
I know things
she
are
has
getting
half
crazy,
bars.
But to be honest, I don't remember the last time I was.
Shut up. We're already out the fucking door.
That's just how it is talking to women. They will follow you to finish their dialogue tree.
It's more like a dialogue forest.
Side quest.
Damn it. Levels. Levels for the tired soul.
That's why they wanted me to use that 1 second.
Of course, Miss Titties would keep us from climaxing. Finishing, whatever you want to call it. This music needs to calm down. I feel like there's a monster chasing me as we speak.
Yeah, it's the laser monster.
This is bad. Can we get someone to love me? Fuck.
I fucking refuse to believe that I have to do that with a normal fucking sword. Yeah, I can't make that jump with just the fucking blue.
Is there bombs behind you?
No.
No.
There's nothing.
Much like this game.
This game has plenty, it's just you guys are making me play it on a fucking console. And like
It's
the
okay.
worst one you could find at
We'll
that.
always be next to you to console you.
It'll always be next year.
It'll always be next to you. There's probably a weapon behind it. You probably have to circle around.
Yeah, but I can't get there in time. It's kind of like the whole point.
Sure you can. You just gotta believe. Dude, you played Parappa with us. You know what the power of belief does. Kratos can survive that.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, you can't. There's gotta be a way to hide from it then.
No, I walked all the way back and looked at the lasers to see if there was anywhere.
Do the lasers wait till you get down there to start moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you need to jump down like that, or can you, like, go around?
Yeah, there's your glass walls.
It's not moving until you get down there, so jump like that.
Those are glass walls.
Do it.
Wow.
That's the end.
Yeah. The whole thing is you're supposed to open up that hidey hole, and then,
Open up that hidey hole.
that's what I said. Don't fucking interrupt me.
Wait, here. Is there something here?
Oh, what's all that? A whole new level?
A whole new level.
You sure smart.
What? What?
Did I need to do that when it was pointed at these?
Oh, that's insane. Bro, what? Future crazy. Fuck. You just dodged a key blast.
This reminds me of the Banjo-Kazooie area.
This reminds me of a boss in Metroid Prime Hunters. Now I'm mad. I hate my life. Could you imagine you get over here and it turns around just to meet you?
I mean, I checked.
Is memory the last thing for her?
Yeah, the memory's the last thing for all of them.
Looking at
You're looking to put
I'm gonna
something on
drop one.
Dropbox?
You've reached your maximum capacity.
Mikey. You're most of them. Figurines. Sword. Guns. That. I'm glad to see them getting along.
I'm glad to see them fighting. You could have totally put in like a sprite for that.
He's gonna
Who
go
gets
to
out
white
to yellow?
screen. Yeah.
Would you like to eat
Ah!
Oh, my alarm never woke me up yesterday, and now I've dropped in the rankings.
Thank you.
Who the fuck is Angel?
This place. This is the mosque shrine. You mean they didn't? That's not. Oh well.
Oh well.
So we got that mask of white, and I did nothing.
The Mask of White is a gift. It appears in our room.
Oh.
It's like all the other gifts we've received. It's like you can see it on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
And you can even see like the drawings and shit we've gotten from Mikey above our bed.
Yeah. There's a missing one, so we're not done yet.
What tipped you off?
The fact that it was missing.
This is all that's left is man.
I like the idea that White's
Oh my
opening all
God.
of these and like using the mouth on the mask as like a bottle opener and then just pouring them through it.
That's fucked. This one's not too bad. Whew. Hey.
This is iconic.
Isn't that right, Kalanic?
Iconic.
Be not real with me, Chris. Did you ever look up Chris the Hedgehog?
No, because Chris is already a character.
Yeah, he
You
grew up
look-
around Sonic X.
You
Sonic
could.
the Hedgehog and Chris the Human.
Human time.
Human or Hedgehog time. They made a game about that time.
Yeah. Sharky.
That's sad. I don't know why that didn't proc.
I don't know why I'm not Brock.
Okay, Kai.
Because you're Professor Oak, you can't also be Brock.
What the fuck? Welcome back.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
That's the rating I get on all of my
Boop, boop,
pictures.
boop, boop.
What the fuck?
Somebody once told me my dad was a piece of blood.
I guess I am the sharpest tool in the shed now.
Oh my god, he took Mr. Driller away and now he's an ex-wife. Anyway, how you guys doing today?
What does that mean?
He's an ex-wife?
Yeah.
How do you get promoted to ex-wife?
Did Art take Mr. Driller away from you too?
Snapped in half
With his ex-wife?
with his ex-wife. They each tied a knot around their fingers and took
I
care.
don't think that's what they mean when they say tying the knot.
Tied the knot on the middle of the disc and ran in two opposite directions with it. And then they returned it to you and Connor, but they gave each of you half. You could play it if you take them both back together.
Listen, if you're able to be Kane and Abel at once, I'll stitch together Toba. Alright?
Has anyone tried sticking a disc back together and playing it? Like, does it, like, can it work, like, some parts of it? Like, how do you have to tape it or glue it? Because, like, the glue in the middle could disrupt the laser. But, like, what would it take to put a disc back together and make it
I
readable?
don't think he knows how magnets work.
Yeah.
Do they lose their magnetic pull once the disc is snapped?
Do you know what is actually on the disc?
Electromagnetic waves.
So let me ask you this. When you have a wire and you snip that wire in two, is there another one?
yeah, you
All of
gain...
his are side quests since you can't talk to him.
This is so stupid that they killed him off so early.
What, you want
Hate
to hear more dialogue?
I was honestly gonna, like, play the game for myself, and now I don't know if I want to.
Because of him.
It's part of it. It's just, like, frustrating me.
Well, the game wasn't meant to be easy,
It wasn't meant to be played.
which is why I'm not really I'm not getting like mad or
That's why I'm
whatever.
not playing it. So we're talking about discs and what's on them.
So when you cut a wire in half
Yeah.
and you place the wire next to like the cut parts together and you just
Yeah.
lay them down, is it gonna work?
No. You gotta like properly.
What is inside a disc?
I'll give you a hint. It's not wires.
It's not wires, but it's the same kind of general idea of these things that are. They make a connection, are now separated when you shatter it.
Yeah.
The connection, even if you glue it, is not going to magically come back.
Yeah, but like could parts of it play?
No.
It doesn't read part of the disc when you read it. It reads the entire.
It does like a
the-
full. It does full rotations
Yeah.
and reads the entire thing.
which is why you hear it
Yeah.
rotating.
It like say a song on a CD isn't just stored on part of the disc. It's like stored on the whole thing.
But
So
if-
I want to say what Tristan is saying is fundamentally wrong. However, it's really funny that he's still getting the right answer.
Huh?
Data storage uses magnets.
Uh-huh.
It's all crazy magnetic stuff. Also, when you put the contacts of wires back together, it works. So
Yeah.
that metaphor is just kind of bad. Example.
Well, he meant just lay it.
Yeah,
out,
just like lay it next to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's
if
what
you
I'm
have
saying.
the contacts together, meanwhile, if you actually break the thing, its magnetic field is completely different.
It's not like
it's
tape.
still points that are
It's not like tapes where you can. Tape
No, it
those
is like
together.
tapes.
Well, with tapes you can cut and shit.
Well, yeah, but also that whole thing of
you
like
can cut and
magnetic
shit.
data came from tapes. They're different tapes.
Mhm.
However, for the most part, it is similar concepts.
Yeah.
It's just when you get that to reform, it doesn't keep the data.
Yeah.
Is that really what we're ending on?
My dreams
How
being
discs
crushed.
work.
Alright,
That my childhood dreams of putting Tomba back together like Humpty are gone.
Bro, I don't even have Tomba anymore to put together like Humpty. I have a complete Tomba that just works.
I have a complete Tomba that digitally works on the PS3.
Now you see, you can break that one in half.
I'm gonna end this.
And we can't seal the